Hey guys, I'm Daisho and I'm here playing some Magic, and today I'm bringing you round 2, game 2 of my first RTR draft. And this has gone on forever, but hopefully I'll be able to crank it out in the next couple of days. But anyway, my opponent leads off with a Frostburn Weird, and that's not really good for me. That card is so good. It's just so hard to do anything against it. It's so hard to block it in the early game. You need something with 5 toughness to actually profitably block it without trading. And I mean, this card just trades with everything. And if it doesn't trade, then it gets in for exactly how much they need it to. It really is just so strong. So he's going to end up only swinging for 2 here. And then he's going to play his Concordia Pegasus, and I don't know, he's probably still pretty happy about that. But then I play my Sunspire Griffin to basically wall off his flyers, and Sunspire Griffin's just really good because it's generally the best flyer on the board. It can't really attack too often if they have other flyers, but it prevents them from attacking as well, so it's good. Again, he can just, though, attack with his Frostburn Weird. He only decides to get in for 1 there, so that's fine. And then he's just going to play a Skymark Rock, which is pretty awesome for him. But, especially since all I have is a 2-3. But luckily for me, I've got the Towering Indrik in hand. And Towering Indrik is just so good because he basically just prevents everyone from attacking in the air. There's almost no flyers that aren't like 6 mana that can actually attack profitably into him. And even some 6 mana ones can't. Like the black one, the 6 cost 3/3 scavenge for 4, like Zanikev Locust or something like that, and then the Aspira's Skywatch both can't even attack into him profitably. But there we go, on this board where I can prevent his awesome flyers from attacking, his lowly freaking Frostburn Weird can still get in. Man, that card is just incredible. But here I'm just going to cast the Tristani, and I'm like, I'm going to win this game. But he's got to cancel for me. And in hindsight, it was just a really bad play. I did not think about it. All I saw was 4 mana, hey, probably doesn't have a cancel. But literally, he was telling me he had exactly either 1, a cancel, or 2, an inspiration. Because he attacked with the Frostburn Weird and did not pump it all the way. So he had to have a cancel or some sort of instant spell. So it was just really dumb for me to try to cast Tristani there. And I mean, I'm gonna pay for it. Like that was obviously just a bad mistake. So I swing in with my he swings in with his Frostburn Weird, and I'm just like, I'm tired of this. I'm not gonna ever be able to block this profitably, so I'll just throw away my Sunspire Griffin at it. You can either bounce off, which is fine with me, or you can trade. Either of which are both scenarios that I am currently willing to accept. And okay, so I play a Guildgate, tap 3, drop a Key Rune, and then I still have 3 mana available, but I'm only going to use 2 of them because I'm going to play a Concordia Pegasus. So that's really why I was willing to give away the Sunspire Griffin, because I knew that I could play the Concordia Pegasus the next turn. So then he's just going to slam a Palisade Giant here, and that's not going to be great for me. He's going to be able to attack, but I can actually just block both of his things profitably. Like, not profitably, but I can just block and bounce off both those things, so it doesn't matter. He didn't really have anything to lose because I can't really attack him back. So that's just a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, until I get 7 power on the board, I can't do anything. And right now, I believe I have 6. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, I've got a 3/3 Key Rune. I've got the 2/4 Indrik and the 1/3 Concordia Pegasus. Concordia Pegasus has just always been an interesting card so far in this format. It does a lot of like good stuff against other Azorius decks, but if you're just playing against like a ground-based Rakdos deck, it does almost nothing. I mean, it walls off the early game 2-power creatures, but there aren't that many of those, and it doesn't even wall off like Thrillkill Assassin. It's just like Rakdos Cackler, Rakdos Shred Freak, which I think a lot of people are starting to understand that Rakdos Shred Freak is not awesome. It's like okay, but it's not awesome, and it's only really good if you get it turn 2 or if you get it in a perfect moment to Alpha Strike or something like that. But anyway, after passing a couple of times back and forth, I finally realize that I can attack. He makes a long decision on which way he should block, and I just Giant Growth. So all that ends up happening is that I kill the Palisade Giant. I think maybe the optimal block would have been the Skymark Rock on the Selesnya Key Rune, and then the other 2 on the Concordia Pegasus, and then he could have killed my Concordia Pegasus because I would have just had to Giant Growth my Selesnya Key Rune. So yeah, that's like fine, but it's whatever. Not such a big deal. He's going to swing in here because I'm tapped out now, so he can take me down to 11, and he's going to play Azorius Arrester, and he wanted to arrest the Keyrune, but then he realized, oh wait, Keyrune's not a creature, and then he picks it up, but he's like, whatever, I played it already, so now he's just going to arrest, I think, my Concordia Pegasus. It just doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not going to be attacking anyway with my 2/4 reach and my 1/3 flyer. It's just not really a good scenario for me to attack. But I can attack with my Selesnya Keyrune on this board state pretty effectively. All he's got is a 2/1. He's got 1 card in hand. So he's just going to take the damage. And, yeah, I'm just going to play a land and then pass. And then he's going to Avenging Arrow, my Selesnya Keyrune. So that's unfortunate. My Keyrune ended up dying, which was bad because it was really the only thing that was preventing this game from just being a board stall, which is not where I want it to be. I'm looking at my hand right now. It looks like I've got a Rootborn Defenses in there, but it doesn't really do me much. So he's going to play an Action Injunction, which is fine. It's not really too great on this board state. He's going to be able to swing in for 3. And then not make me pick something up. I think I do remember I have a Cellar of Songbirds in hand, and I don't remember what happened there. I think that I screwed up with keeping the life totals on my phone, so because I just have one of those applications, who says that? I have one of those apps that you can just choose, you just have like 20/20, opponent, you, whatever, and like half the time I was choosing my opponent and half the time I was choosing me, but I think we got the life total straight, so that was good. But yeah, that was definitely my bad. Anyway, not too much going on here. It's just this board state where neither of us can attack, neither of us can block. I've got a Cellar of Songbirds in hand, and I don't want to play it because it just dies to the Skymark Rock, but it really would have probably been right to play it because he can't attack with his Skymark Rock on the current board state, because I would just double block. Although, if he had any sort of combat trick, then that would be really bad for me. So maybe it was right to just keep it in hand the whole time. But now I'm going to play a Courser's Accord. And Courser's Accord was really good for me the first game. I was at 10 life, and I had Tristani out, and I just played it, and I just got my value, and it was awesome. And it's really good here, because now I have 2 3/3s, and I think I have a Rootborn Defenses in my hand, which is really exactly where I want to be. But he's going to play a Runewing here, and now he's got actually a decent number of creatures on board, which is not perfect for me because I'm at 8 life. That's pretty risky, but either way, he is going to tap 2 mana and play a Soul Tithe. All right, so everybody's favorite Soul Tithe. Yeah, I think I've talked about this card before, so not going to talk about it again. But yeah, I'm just going to pay for it because I just need my Giant Spider right now, and I don't really need more than 4 lands for anything. So yeah, he's just gonna be like, I'm gonna put this die here, maybe you'll remember this time, which is fair enough, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna swing in with both of my Centaurs, and then he is going to choose to double block with his Arrester and his Concordia Pegasus. It's obviously a really obviously. Sorry about that. I just woke up, if you couldn't tell. Anyway, he decides to make the obvious play and block with Concordia Pegasus and Azorius Arrester. I'm not saying, like, obvious, I can't believe you did that. But luckily I have a response, and I think I'm going to play that Rootborn Defenses in my hand. Yeah. So that means I can still kill his Concordia Pegasus, and I get another Centaur token, but I believe he is going to respond by casting an Azorius Charm. He casts Azorius Charm on my dude, so that way he saves his Pegasus, which is fine because now he can just basically do the same thing that he did this turn, next turn, and all he does is take 3, and that's not so big that's not such a big deal. But again, Rootborn Defense is just a useful card there. It wasn't like a super value card like it was the first game, but that's just another way that you can actually get a card's worth of value. I got a full 3/3 Centaur for 3 mana instant speed, and I made him cast a removal spell on my dude, which he apparently didn't want to cast, but I guess he probably could have cast it no matter what. So I don't know why he's considering attacking here. He does not have any good attacks. I guess if he attacked with all of his flyers, he could get in, but I would just kill his Runewing and take 3. I don't know, maybe that would have been the right play. But he can't bounce anything, and then I just swing back. and basically kill him. Well, not kill him, but now I'm going to swing in with both my centaurs again, and he's like, okay, I have good blocks again, and he's still got the same two creatures, the Concordia Pegasus and the Arrester, but this time he decides to use the Concordia Pegasus and the Runewing. Not exactly sure why, but luckily I do have another combat trick. I've got a Savage Surge for my centaur, and he's going to have 5 power, and then he's going to kill both of my opponent's creatures, but he does draw a card off the Runewing. That's pretty good, but still, definitely beneficial for me. And I'm going to pay 3 for a Seller of Songbirds. I just want to get as much power on the board now as I can. I know that if he attacks and kills one of my dudes, then he's going to be in bad shape. So he's drawing a lot of lands right now, but I mean, I've got a bunch of lands out too. I've got, what, 7, 8, 9, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and probably like one more in hand or something like that. I don't know. Either way, neither of us got super flooded. It was just so far the game's been dominated by my creatures just winning in combat. The combat tricks have helped, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I probably had one extra spell. But I play a Nightly Valor on my Seller of Songbirds. I think that was right, because I don't want it to die just to a Skymark Rock. And I wanted to utilize its extra power to be able to attack. So I didn't bring the bird. I didn't put it on the bird because then he could just block the bird. The Skymark Rock can trade profitably, but right now I'm just going to be attacking with all my things. Oh no, not all my things. I decided to leave the Concordia Pegasus, the Indrik, and the bird back. I guess that makes sense, since he's got, what, 5 power on the board, and I don't want to just like lose to a random combination of spells, because I am at 8 still. So until it makes it so that he has to really block to survive and like throw away things to survive, then I don't want to do that. But I guess he would have had to lose his Azorius Arrester if he wanted to survive, and he wouldn't even have able to. He would have had to just trade off his Skymark Rock at this point. So yeah, I guess maybe attacking with everyone is safer, and it's just better to be safe than give him another draw step. But I suppose if he has a Supreme Verdict, then this was definitely the wrong play. I should have attacked with everything and just tried to get in as much damage as possible. But I'm just going to leave those things tapped, and then I'm going to be able to swing in for victory. So I am 2-0 going into the final round. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back in a couple of days for the next one, hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, see you guys later. Bye.